It's been 2 weeks since I poured these footings. First Saturday I've been able to get back. Now that I got this all stripped, I'm gonna chalk out the walls today. I don't know how much I'll show you because it's exactly the same as the other. But my goal is to get everything chalked out so that I can set these posts and get them poured. So I can backfill them, so I can get the skid steer through here, and backfill this. So I'm gonna remember the stakes I put when I did the footings were outside a wall here. So I'm gonna figure out, what is this, 2 3/8, 2.5. So I'm gonna chalk 2 lines, a wall line, and outside of form line, so I know where to go. That's the plano. Hold down this button. Once you get that, set it on your laser and it will move to find it. Perfect. So that's over there on my corner. It's my wall line. If you remember, I had batter boards and a string line that I dropped down into here. Before I stripped the footings, I marked the foundation, or the footing with a Sharpie where my original baseline was. Now I'm squaring from here and down that one. So I just run over here to this other corner. Looking down that thing. I just find my, right there now. Right there. You can see that little line that goes down. Perfect square. Absolutely perfect. When you're by yourself, you get creative on how you hold that chalk line. There's my other guy. He's free. Doesn't sass me, nothing. I like that guy. Work with him all the time. Hey Rocky, come give me a hand. I'd have you hold this. Rocky, is it good right there? What? Okay. More? What? Oh, okay. Right here, right here. You don't listen very well. No chalk. Freaking Rocky quit. Lazy sack. Probably gonna file unemployment. But I had to hold his hand. Seemed like I do everything anyway. So if I don't have Rocky, I usually will do this. Lots of one-man building tricks. That's gonna be down here actually. Come on down here. I'll just put that on my line. That, one of these Tapcon screws, and I can take my 50 and get my parallel 50-foot mark, shall we? Okay, 50 feet. There. So I keep forgetting to record what I'm doing, so I have to voice over it. I'm ripping these 2x2s into chamfers that I can use on the top of my columns in the back. It's about, not quite 1.5 inches. I rip it probably 1 inch wide. And I take it over on my chop saw, set up a little measurement so I can get exact measurements. I cut a bunch square and a bunch 45 that'll butt into each other, and then some verticals that'll have a double 45 on. I just like the look of the chamfer look. Used to do a lot of that back in the early days of the concrete. So I cut a bunch of square end chamfer pieces. They go on opposite sides, and then after that you pull in your double cut 45 ends and they'll slide up into it. They're 10 by 10 columns, so I pre-cut everything for all 4 posts and then brought it all down and installed it all. And your double 45 slides in there, goes up tight. Doesn't so much matter if you're at the top of the form, you want that to be a nice clean edge all the way around. Then after that you take your vertical piece, which has the double 45, slide it up in the corner. Doesn't matter how far down it goes. My slab's going to be 2 inches below the top of this post, so it doesn't matter. It just needed to be below my slab. Alright, mission accomplished. Got my posts in. I got the house chalked out so that I got my wall line is blue and the outside of my foam is red. So it's going to look like this. Match this up on the corner. All ready to go, ready for ICF. I know what you're thinking. Why are you mixing bag mix? Problem is, it's only a half a yard, and I can't get a concrete truck down here. Can't pay for a pump to come over for that. It's going to cost me like $500 for a short truckload. Anything under 3 yards, they charge you a ton. So really the only way to get these poured is just throw them in the barrel. Really don't like bag mix. I actually hate bag mix. It never turns out good. It's rocky, crappy. It's nothing like pre-mix you get from a plant. So I just have to do it this way. Got to get it done so that I can backfill and get my skid steer inside that hole. Always take a hammer, beat on the forms, it gets all the air pockets out and makes the surface nice and clean, smooth. See, I've got it a little high. I don't know if you can tell from there. Concrete shrinks as it cures. So this is going to drop down. I want to keep these chamfers nice and tight. So as it cures, I'll keep coming and tapping it. And then I'll get a mag and I'll clean that surface off. So I was got to plan on a little shrinkage for your concrete. Okay, I got them all poured. I stripped them so I could clean them up a little bit. But I didn't mention those are about 6 inches above that. My slab's 4 inches. I want 2 or 3 inches of that sticking out of my concrete patio. A lot of guys will pour this below and pour their pad over the top. You get even a 1/4 inch of settling here and it's spider web cracks all around. So I never like to pour a pad over the top of a pier. Always have your pier going through so your slab can float up and down. I don't dare backfill a little bit, I'm pushing it, so I'm gonna let them sit for a couple days. Gotta get these poured so that I can backfill, so I can get the skid steer right through here. Make a ramp right there so I can get in here and backfill this. Get a pretty good grade so I can get started on my ICF. Anyway, gotta go back to work.